Hey YouTube, thanks for tuning in today on a beautiful sunny Arizona weekend day, which is great. I'm all packed up and headed over to Phoenix, believe it or not. I got family up there that are visiting, and I'm gonna go check out and say hello. No, I'm not gonna be able to stay up long enough to ride with you guys on the way back with the Phoenix ride, but I'll meet you here in Tucson. But I'm headed up there to visit family. It's going to be a long ride, no doubt about it. It's about 80 degrees right now. I'm leaving a little bit late, but I had some chores that I had to take care of before I could leave, so it is what it is, right? But I have a question for y'all, and it's a fairly serious question. I can't seem to make up my mind. I have a million things that I would like to do, and I need to narrow it down to one, because if I can narrow it down to one, I'll focus on it and it'll be amazing. So I'm asking for your guys' help. I want to build a car, a classic car, not ultra classic, but a nice classic car. I'm not 100% sure what kind of car I'm going to build, but it will be a car of some sort here in the future. That didn't make any sense at all, right? Sorry, distracted. If you guys have watched my previous videos, you know that I mentioned that I want to have a garage where I build cars and motorcycles and whole 9 yards. And that's something that's going to happen. One way or another, I'm going to make it happen. And the first project I want for that is a car. A really cool freaking car. So I have three options here. And I'll go over them with you. So all three of these cars are really cool. They're cars that I've wanted to build for a long time and just really haven't found the opportunity or chance to do so. I have great plans for each of them, and all three are going to cost relatively the same amount to build. Expensive, like any project, right? So I wanted to go over the three. These are what I've narrowed it down to, and I'd like you guys' help in decisions. So let me know. So the first one is a 62, 63 Ford Falcon Sprint. I think they're great looking with the angled back end on it. Not the standard Falcon where it's all rounded for the top of the roof. But I want the rounded front fenders, and I want it to be a Sprint 63. They're kind of freaking hard to find, like any of these vehicles, I guess. But if I can find one, that would be a freaking amazing vehicle. I'd put a Coyote in it. Coyote engine, if you guys don't know, is Ford's new 5.0 liter that they put in the Mustangs and a few of the trucks. With a 6-speed manual. I think that would be a really nice setup. And I'd kind of Trans Am it, you know, and have it really low and race ready looking and pretty just freaking cool, man. I think the most expensive part on that car is going to be the drivetrain. It just is. With that, even though the engine has been out for a couple of years now, it's still fairly new for Ford, and it's really popular. So that's going to be the most expensive part of the build for sure. Option number two is an early 70s BMW 2002 Tii. I love these little cars, man. They're cool. And, you know, in high school, my buddy had one, and we rode it around, and we really didn't see the quality or what we had. You know what I mean? It was like, this is a beat-up old car. It smells like fumes when we ride in it. His dad had painted it really funny, too. He painted it blue with yellow tiger stripes. Yeah, you heard me. Blue with yellow tiger stripes. But I never appreciated it for what it was, because I really didn't think about it. It was like, that is some huge freaking rims. But I want one now. They're so nostalgic. They're so cool. The way I'd set that vehicle up would be a E30 suspension, which seems to be the stereotypical mod on that car. And then I'd put an E46 motor in it. Or engine, excuse me. If you don't know what an E46 engine is, it's out of the M3s. So like the 2001 to 2006 2005, 2006 era BMW M3s. Be pushing around 300 something horses in that little car, which weighs, 2,500, 2,800 pounds after everything. That'd be pretty freaking quick. Stay in your lane, buddy. The other option, third and final option, is also a really cool car. It's a Datsun 510. It's a smaller car. I know a lot of you are like, wait a minute, what about the 240, 280Zs? Those are great cars, man. I really would like one, but for whatever reason on my car, I want it to be like a sedan vehicle, not a sporty, because I have a 66 Mustang just sitting there, so I could work on that, but I want a sedan badly, so yeah. And the Datsun 510s have a pretty crazy following, so I think that'd be a really cool car to build. This one, I'm not 100% sure on what engine I want to use. I'm torn. If you guys haven't caught the following of what I like to do, I like to put, name brand engine inside the car. So a Ford with a Ford, Chevy with a Chevy, that kind of thing. So the Datsun obviously is the predecessor to the Nissan before they changed their name. And I'm not 100% sure if I want to do like a 2JZ or 1JZ swap like most people do, which is a powerful motor. I mean, no doubt about it. But it's a Toyota engine. It's not a Datsun engine. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is do like a 350Z or 370Z setup with the 6-speed manual, and then of course a nice suspension on it and the whole 9 yards. So as you guys can see, they're all coupes. They're all set up fairly fast, fairly speed demony. And I want them just to be kick-ass cool cars. They're all special in different ways. The Falcon Sprint is the predecessor to the Mustang, which is a huge deal. They got a cult following like crazy. The BMW 2002 is really what started BMW's fast coupe era, I guess, and they've been running it for like 40 years. You know what I mean? So I think to me that car's what started their transition into being famous for having fast coupes. And then the Datsun 510 is just it's a popular Jap car. It just is. It's kind of like the BMW 2002. It had a lot of race ability and things of that nature that just made it amazing. Really lightweight, really handled real well, that kind of thing. So those are options. So those are the three options. Now the second channel that I do these builds on is just going to be called Bandit Garage. I'm really excited to do it, but this isn't going to be happening necessarily anytime soon. So I might be putting the cart before the horse by picking out the car that I'm going to build first. I get that, but I get excited about that stuff. I'm a gearhead, a big time gearhead, so it's a passion of mine. So I greatly appreciate your guys' input. Nicely done. Jeez, dude, she didn't even look. You know what, I'm going to cut in front of you, because you cut in front of me. That's ballsy, brother. Ballsy. Stay in your lane. But I greatly greatly appreciate you guys' help in deciding on this vehicle. The Bandit Garage will be coming. I just have to get a garage. But it's a dream. It's the ultimate goal for the channel. Not that the motovlogging would go away. It'd be a secondary channel. And you know, it's a passion of mine, a big time passion of mine. If I could redo life over, I would have gotten a education in that instead of graphic and visual arts like I did. So again, guys, thank you very much for viewing. I greatly appreciate it. If you like what you saw, or you like what you see, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next week. This is The Bandit. Over and out.